Okay, welcome everybody. Thanks for coming on tonight. I'm so excited too. I just want to introduce everybody to, I don't know who the iPad 2 person is. We can't see your face, but we have Shiloh Thompson with us on Zoom. This is her first time. So if everybody could wave to her. She is out of the Minnesota area, out of the St. Cloud area, kind of, right, Shiloh?
Yes, St. Cloud area, Becker area.
Yeah. So she is on Alyssa and Tom Spaniel's team and also under Gloria Brinker. So I'm so excited you're joining us, Shiloh. Really excited.
And I believe iPad 2 is Katie.
Oh, yay! And Katie Notch, also out of that same area. Yay! So excited. Okay, so I just want to start the call tonight first, you guys, talking about the Pacesetter program. I know that you've seen stuff online, you've heard some things on calls, but I just wanted to be able to reiterate it one more time to you and then answer any questions that you might have, because it's really important that you understand this. And here's one of the reasons why. Yeah, I'll just call it like it is, Vicki. Vicki and I had a conversation last week, and she was telling me that she had like this aha moment and this has happened a lot for Vicki, where she's realized she's an overthinker. An overthinker when it comes to inviting people. And I totally get that. We're so much in our head, we don't think about just coming from our heart and just listening or just meeting them where they're at. We think too much about the right way to do it based on what we're trained to do and what we hear about, right? And the same thing I think can hold true for, hi Christina, aw. The same thing can hold true for when we are starting a team. I really believe sometimes we can have a block and not realize it when it comes to building our team, because we're afraid if someone comes in, how do we get them started? And we overthink that process too. And this Pacesetter program really gives you that tool to tell you exactly how you're going to get them started and get money back in their pocket as soon as possible. Hey, Chris, good to see you. So I want to go through just the guidelines of that, because imagine someone new coming in and you being able to say to them, first of all, when someone new comes in, I really want you to make sure that when I first got in, it was very easy for me just to say, okay, and sign someone up just because they said they were ready to go, right? And then comes the point of, okay, are they going to answer my calls? And then they don't answer your calls. You're not sure where they want to go because you're not treating them like an adult and you're not leading them from the get-go. You're letting them lead. You're letting them control the situation. And it's really important that we control the situation and we do them the justice of really making sure that they're going to be coachable, that they are going to follow the system, that they are going to plug in, and that they really do have a desire to change their life. Because if they're really not there yet and they just want to be a part of the company to use the products, it might be best for them just to stay a customer and to become a raving fan of the customers. Hi, Benny. Oh, this is an awesome night. Yay. Good to see you guys. So it might just be best that they just remain a customer, right? Just a raving fan of the products for a little while until the time in the season is really right in their life to become a distributor. And then when they do, letting them know, look, once we get you going, we're going to share this with as many people as we can, just like I've shared this with you. And what we can do is within the next 90 days, if you follow my lead and if you are coachable, I can get you an extra $700 in your pocket and tickets to win a free car. Imagine how that is going to sound to the new person. I would be blown away, wouldn't you? $700 and a possible new car, a pace car. I don't even know what a pace car looks like. Maybe Rich can do us that favor because he made one. Maybe it will look like what Rich said. Maybe you can submit that to LifeVantage, Rich. We'll have him bring that up in a little bit. Oh, he's going to do it right now and steal the show. How'd I know? There it is. There's your Pacesetter car. I don't think it's good. That's a really fancy car, by the way, isn't it? Like really expensive car. But that's what Rich created. So who would want a free car, right? And we know with LifeVantage, like it's free. You're given the title. So here's how it works for the Pacesetter program. As this goes from February 1st to June, Okay, those are the months for qualification. Now, as of February 1st, if you were a new distributor or a Pro 1, you can participate in this program. There are other people too, and I'll get to that. So if you are a paid as distributor or a Pro 1 right now as of February 1st, and you are eligible for this promotion, that also means, let's say I hit Pro 5 2 years ago, and little by little, I've not been doing much. And so now I'm being paid as a Pro 1. I have the ability to be a part of this program. That's awesome, right? As of February 1st, they're giving everyone a clean slate. Even if you are recognized as a 5, but if you're paid as a 1, you can participate in this program. Hey, yeah! Hey, Brian. Love this. New time is a win-win-win. Okay, so if you're a paid as distributor Pro 1 right now, you are eligible for this promotion. When you reach Pro 2, you want to help that person reach Pro 2 in the first full month, you receive an extra $100, okay? The person that hits Pro 2 gets an extra $100. If they maintain that rank of Pro 2 the following month, they get an extra $100, okay? Now, then the goal is that third month in that 90-day stretch, we want to help them reach Pro 3. If they hit Pro 3 in 90 days, they get an extra $250. If they then hold Pro 3 one more month after that, it's another $250. So 250, 250, 100, 100, $700 in their pocket. Now here's the other thing too. Every time they do that, when they reach $100, and they earn that first $100 and reach Pro 2 in 30 days, they get a raffle ticket for the car. They earn another $100, it's another raffle ticket. If they hit Pro 3 in 90 days, another raffle ticket. Those are tickets to go into the drawing for that free car. Now, if you are a Pro 2 as of February 1st, you are still eligible for the program. You can go for Pro 3 in the next 90 days to earn yourself that $250. Now, if you are Pro 4 or above, or you've already hit Pro 3 and above, you have the ability to earn raffles for the free car and be in the Pacesetter program. Okay. And be a part of the Pacesetter program. And so you'll be recognized as a Pacesetter Pro, and you'll get recognition at the Elite Academies, and then I'm hearing there's going to be other things that come with that recognition. So what you want to do is you want to create a trio. You want to help 3 of your personally enrolled distributors hit the Pacesetter program, hit the Pro 2 and Pro 3. And by doing that, when you help 3 personal enrollees do that, you get 3 raffle tickets for the drawing for the car, okay? It's pretty cut and dry. So again, it's just an amazing way to help people. This is only for your first business center, people that you personally enroll to get to that Pro 3. Great thing for new people that are coming in, even as a part of your invitation right now. You could go back to people that you once invited and weren't ready, and maybe checking back in with them and seeing if seasons have changed in their life and saying, hey, I've got a great way. Rich, you actually texted me that too. I've got a great way for you to get started now. If things have changed for you and you feel like you're ready, I can help you earn an extra $700 and possibly win a free car. We've never had this before. Now would be the perfect time to get started, right? And have enthusiasm when you do that. So that's a Pacesetter program. If you have any questions with that, I'm going to ask at the end. Think about what questions you might have. Okay, and then I also wanted to talk about the invitation because of mine and Vicky's conversation last week. I just felt like, Vicky talking to me about the fact that she was overthinking it. She was too much in her head, she said, about the right or wrong thing to say and when to incorporate the video. And I'm sure she's not the only one, right? And I get it. I remember when I first got started, anytime I would talk to people that were, my peers, and they would, just say an invitation and I couldn't write it down fast enough. Like I wanted word for word, verbatim, what they were saying, because that's what I needed to use, right? Here's the thing. It takes practice, right? If we are not inviting, we're not going to move forward in this business. But what I want you to understand and what I have learned over time, you can learn and do right now. You don't have to go through the years of experience to learn this right now. Don't change who you are. They talked about it on the Monday morning call today. You really should listen to that. It was a powerful, powerful call. I posted on TMAC. But these women talking about the fact that just be who you are, be true to yourself, and just be a good listener. And I want to give you some examples too. For me, it's really been about creating new relationships in my life to get to a point where I can find some momentum again. And I've been doing that. I've been bringing in more customers than I ever have before. And it's because I've been creating relationships and they trust what I have to say. I didn't meet these people and as soon as I heard they have problems, go in and target them and introduce this to them right away, right? It was a process of just building relationship, getting to know them, and then finding that right moment. And here's an example of it. There's a woman at my church. We're in community group together. We serve together on the volunteer team. And just last week in our community group, she talked about the fact that her son has Tourette's. He kind of has a tic that he can't control when he gets very nervous and gets anxiety. And I knew that it was really hard for her to come out and say that. It made her very uncomfortable. So when she did, I just went over and said, tell me more about that. Like, how long has it been going on? What have you been going through? And I didn't say anything else. I just listened to her because I could sense in the moment, like that was enough for her. That was hard. And then some time went on. We also work out together in the morning sometimes. I just texted her and I'm like, Rachel, I said, your relationship is the most important thing to me, but I can't let go of what you shared with me about your son. I believe I have something that could help him, and I want you to take a look at the information. What you do with it is up to you, but I'm going to give you as much as I can based on what you think you need to make a good decision for your son. And then when she said yes, then I incorporated the ABC video. Then I sent that to her. And then I also sent her Dr. Brimhall talking about the products, his presentation. And I told her exactly in the presentation where he would talk about Nerve 2, where he would talk about Axio, and why he got involved. And from there, I would follow up and check in on her. What more information do you need? She wanted to see what was in Axio. So now she's got samples in her hand, right, to give to her son. The other important thing, too, with the invitation is I really, really hope that I think all of you on this page are incorporating Facebook in some way. Facebook for me lately has been a really big tool for me. And it's from doing lives. One of them was Chris Adams came over to my house the other day. Michelle had posted about the broken brain, right? And I saw it, but it didn't like get in me. And then Chris came over for our home presentation and he couldn't stop talking about it and how passionate he was about what he saw on that documentary. And it got me excited being in front of him, hearing that. So I watched it. And after I watched it, I got excited. And I thought, I don't want to just put this in words. And it's easy. It's a cop-out sometimes, I think, to just make a post in words. But to get on live and let people hear you and really teeter on that point of being vulnerable, I didn't expect, I cried on my live. I did not expect to do that. But it spoke to people, I got to tell you. And I had some people reach out to me. And one of them, she's like, everything you mentioned on that live, she said, that is me. And so we're talking tomorrow. I'm going to have her meet Michelle, hear Michelle's story. I had another where Tuesdays are kind of my day where I'm finding testimonies. And the testimonies I found that are best, and I don't share them. I don't link them to someone else's page. If I see one that someone else posts, I get permission from them to see if I can share it. No one has ever said no. And I look for those posts, you guys, that are probably that would speak to more of the population, whether it's dealing with like depression, brain fog, joint pain, anxiety, things like that, that probably will reach more people. And it's really, really worked for me. Now, when I get messages from people and they're telling me, like one gal, for instance, said, okay, tell me about this little yellow pill. I didn't just say, watch this. I wanted to know first, why did she ask me? I said, okay, tell me first what caught your attention. Why are you asking about this? What's going on in your life? And then she proceeded to talk about her children and herself and what she's been through. And what I've been doing is I tell them my story and a little bit of the company story. And I say, I'm going to send you an ABC report. It's going to show you how we got started, where we are today. And in the meantime, I'm going to add you to our customer page. And I'm going to tag you on some stories that will relate to yours. And they always tell me yes. And I don't really ask for permission. I tell them that I'm going to do that. And then I wait till they say yes, of course. And then once I do, you guys, it's gotten me a lot of customers lately, a ton of customers lately, because I do a search on the customer page for those keywords of what they're dealing with. I always put them on that pin post. It's that adding them, tagging them, and then messaging them, the ATM. So I really, really hope that you're using the tools that we have. I did a live today on Healthy Quest. So if you have people on Healthy Quest that have been on that page for a while, tag them on the post I did today. I went bananas over the fact that the second documentary, the Broken Brain Part 2, you'd think it was a commercial for LifeVantage, you guys. Everything they talk about inflammation and free radicals and mitochondria. They talk about omega-3s. I mean, it speaks exactly to this little daily packet. And that's what I go crazy over on the Healthy Quest thing. I tell them what it talks about and that we represent every single one of those things, and that they should get back to the person that added them to the page, because we have an amazing deal that could get them started and get them quality of life starting now this month. So go watch it, just watch it and use it. Tag people on that. I would hope that they're gonna ask you questions or want to know more information. So that's a little bit about the inviting. I know that it's one of those things where sometimes we can be robotic with it and we can overthink it. And we think, well, should I say this? Shouldn't I say this? And in the end, just because you became a distributor and clicked OK and bought that packet, it doesn't mean you're supposed to be someone else. You're supposed to be who you are. And when we get people started, you guys, really the simplicity of getting someone started is finding out what their goal is, whether it's to make money or to maybe, take care of some bills in their life, whatever it may be. We want to know their goals and then just tell them, we're going to share this with as many people as possible, just like I shared with you. And here's your tool to share it with them. And then you're going to walk them through how to invite some people, right? Just like you invited them, because as soon as that person signs up, they start overthinking how they now share this with others. So the more open you are and the more you can teach them how to just be in conversation, how to think of those people in their life that are dealing with an ailment and addressing that and saying, I have a possible solution. Are you open to taking a look? Then you can get them going. And I really think it's important. We did this for Shiloh just last week, to have that first Zoom for them. More importantly, if you can get them in a home presentation, have that first home presentation for them if they're local. Have them gather people together in their home, get them up front, share their story, why they're excited, why they're doing this, why they invited people to their home, and then having you then go up and do that presentation for them. And if you don't have someone locally, I'll do a Zoom, just like I did for Shiloh, right? She had people on there. It was a great thing for her too, to see a Zoom presentation from someone else outside of her area that they may not have seen otherwise. So that leads me to also, The video that we're using right now is live and linked to biohackingyourbody.com. And on biohackingyourbody.com, that's the site Sean and Michelle made, all the studies are on there. If you go under research, you can find all of the studies that people can look at. There's other videos on there. And then there's also a fitness tab that talks about the Physique 90-day challenge, okay? And then they do have an updated PowerPoint they're working on. I just asked Michelle again tonight if it's ready to go. I have been using it. It's very slick, it's very streamlined, it's very close to what we were using before. But once they give the okay, I'll make sure that everyone gets that as well. So I think with that, that's kind of all I have. I want to see if anybody has any questions. If you do, just unmute yourself and let me know. Or if anyone has anything to add about the Pacesetter program or inviting experiences you've had or aha moments you've had when you've been speaking to people. I went through that. Oh, that's 8 till. Anyone? No one? Crickets?
Sarah wants to tell you how she got her 3 customers.
I would love it. Tell us, Sarah.
Oh, we were just here. We were just
here, everybody. This is good.
Lately, well, actually, because it takes a while as far as talking to people. But in December, one of the holiday hustle things was to send out Axio to people, samples.
Yeah.
And so my friend in France and my friend in Texas and my other one, and send them samples, send them a little information, and then just followed up with them. Did you like it? And then they wanted information and ended up 2 of them not even buying Axio, but buying NRF2 instead. Because they said, I should be on that instead. Yes, you should.
That's awesome. And did you utilize like the pages to add them to it to see other stories and education?
I'm not sure I did yet.
Okay.
Tanya, I really like what you said about asking them the question that made you when you said, I wonder, you know what I'm saying? You could have easily just jumped on it and said, oh yeah, let me send you, that's probably what I would have done.
Yeah.
I love what you did. You just kind of really dug in a little bit and kind of, in the fishing terms, set the hook, because at the end of the day, people want what they want, right? And if you're just quickly just throw it out there and not really truly care, that was awesome. That was a pretty good gut check for me. So I'm going to be incorporating that. That was awesome.
Thank you. And that comes with you guys. That's why you can't. That was one of my devotions today. It talked about numbers, and it talks about if you are basically judging yourself based on the numbers that you have and the way you're growing in your business, that's not how you should be determining your worth and who you are. It's just not. So I release you of any of that pressure that you're putting on yourself of thinking you should be further ahead than you are. Don't ever quit this. Don't ever stop this, because if nothing else, I promise you, you're going to go through amazing personal development. But you're only going to get there if you make those steps to put yourself out there. Because there was a day where I'm fishing, and if that fish bit the hook, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to hold on to this fish. And I would have thrown everything at them. I would have given them 10 things on that Facebook message to look at, and then sat there going, why haven't they got back to me? Why haven't they got back to me? Why haven't they got back to me? Right? But because I know who I am today, and because I'm so confident in the fact that I know I'm coming from a good place, I know that I just want to help people, I'm chill with it. Like, they're going to do what they want to do. But I'm telling you, in the midst of this, like, they're going to hear your heart. Use Facebook Messenger and use that voice. There's a little microphone right next to where you would type. Let them hear your passion. Okay, let them hear it. I had a gal that she's in a group that I'm a part of on Facebook, and I saw that she had liked one of my posts, and I reached out to her thinking that she was in the Indianapolis area, and it was a great mistake because she's not. She's in the Chicago area, so she's in Illinois, not Indiana. Blonde moment, but whatever. it led to her telling me, I've been watching your posts and I saw the last one that you did. And she's like, that's me. I've been having some struggles. And I said, oh my goodness. I'm like, well, this isn't a coincidence. I'm like, tell me what's been going on. Tell me what you've been struggling with. And these people, they just hear it. Like they understand that I'm coming from a good place. I'm not just, well, okay, great. I'm glad you're struggling. Here, watch this video. Look at this video with all the products, and then I'll get back to you. How cold is that, right? Just have a conversation. Treat them like you would want to be treated. The golden rule, right? It never goes away. It's always there. Just come from your heart. And I love too what Sarah's doing. I've been doing this with customers I have that maybe have just been on Protandim still. And I even have one where I still send her samples, and I'm going to get her to bite one of these times, but I'm going to send them these packets, because to see this and know what's in this, and then have, if you put together a little printout of like some bullet points with each one and you fold it up with this, you could put this in a letter size envelope, you guys. It wouldn't cost that much to send this. That's an amazing thing for them to see and feel and grab onto, and maybe even just write a little link on it. Hey, everything we've got on here, I've been watching this documentary, The Broken Brain. I really think you should look into this, and you're going to see the big picture as to why you should incorporate these into your daily strategy to keep you healthy. I think that'd be great, right? Who wouldn't want to see that? And then they'll do what they want to do, but there's a lot in that, and sending out those samples and letting them see, feel, and touch that. So does all that make sense tonight with the inviting and just being real? Yeah. Does that help you, Vicki? No, she's not saying anything. Okay. All right. Well, I guess with that, we'll call it a wrap. I love you guys so much. Thanks for coming on. It was good to see all your faces. I love that all these people came on tonight. So awesome. Brian, do you have something to say? Are you pointing? Not nice to point. I'm unmuting you. Oh, the peace sign. All right. Okay. Well, everybody have a great night, and let's build some Pro 3s. Okay. All right. Bye.